legendary Coronation Street villain Richard Hillman is making a shock return from the dead. Weatherfield's ultimate bad boy will be back to haunt Gail Platt from beyond the grave, 15 years after he died trying to kill the Platts. Actor Brian Capron, who played the Weatherfield killer until his demise in 2003, was etched into Corrie folklore when his evil character drove the Platts into the river. The murderer will communicate with his ex-wife through a clairvoyant as she's forced to relive his horrific reign of terror. Speaking to The Sun, a street source said, "Richard coming back will get fans talking massively. He was one of the most terrifying characters ever to step onto the cobbles. He won't be on screen, but his conversations with Gail will form a major storyline over the coming weeks. Bosses have got a big name in Sophie to play the clairvoyant too. It should be a real trip down memory lane for Gail. Gail will reconnect with her villainous ex when she visits a clairvoyant, played by Sophie Thompson. Soap fans will remember Sophie for playing Phil Mitchell's psycho bride to be Stella, who bullied poor Ben. But her mystical communication might not be all it seems, and she could have a secret connection to Richard. Richard married Gail Platt but tried to kill off her mum Audrey and Emily after running into financial problems. Maxine unwittingly interrupted his plans and was murdered by nasty Richard, who fled Weatherfield. He then returned to tie up the Platts in the car and drove them into a river, but they all managed to escape alive while he drowned. The Corrie bad boy's dramatic murder scene was nearly ruined by a bum-cheeks blunder. Speaking on Loose Women last year, Brian revealed that the crew started to laugh at him after the tense scene, despite feeling like he had put in a great performance. However, he soon discovered that he had thrown a phone up into the air during filming, which fell in between the cheeks of actress Tracy Shaw's bottom. After being shown the gripping clip, he said, "Just watching that clip, I remember when I crowbarred Tracy Shaw, Maxine. It was a dramatic scene. When he murdered her, he's trying to make it look like a robbery, so he clears everything quickly, puts it in a bag and goes off. And afterwards, being a bit of an actor, I thought that was fantastic. Hey guys, what a scene." And they were all laughing. I said, "What are you laughing about?" They said, "Look at Tracy. She was still on the floor, and when I cleared the desk and all the rubbish up, I'd accidentally knocked one of the phones up into the air and it had landed in between the cheeks of her bottom." Luckily Tracy managed to stay lifeless and disaster was avoided, but not for her character, who died at the hands of the Corrie villain. Brian appeared in the studio wearing the infamous gloves that he wore to kill poor Maxine and bludgeon Emily Bishop over the head with. Brian added, "You couldn't have anything more dramatic than Richard Hillman. It's just good fun, choosing which crowbar to hit people with. I think he was a character people loved to hate. I don't think they hated him. He wasn't a cold-hearted killer, there was a pantomime element to him, it was dark humor."